over a little jumping, a little power work. So warm up, same as always, should have gone through it on your own. Part A, we are going to go low pogos, mid pogos, high pogos. Really trying to work on our timing off of the ground. So really trying to think lower body stays, yes, we're still absorbing that impact, but we're trying to stay pretty rigid, pretty quick at getting back up off the ground. So we're going to do 40, 10, and 5, low pogos, mid pogos, high pogos, and then just do some shoulder tap, primitive work for 15 each side. So remember, low pogos. We've all jumped rope at some point in time, staying on the balls of my feet, and it's nice and quick, right? So now I'm just going to try to add arms into it, 90 degrees, just like I would if I were going to run. And I'm trying to bounce it off the ground quick as I can. Again, lower body stays rigid, a lot of it's moving in strength, my ankle complex and my calf. So again, 40. Nice and quick with my arms. The quicker I move my arms, the quicker my body's going to move up and down. Okay? Once I'm done with 40, I'm going to go 10 mid pogos. I'm going to make a little bit bigger circles with my arms. Every time I hit the ground, I'm trying to have my arms loaded already so I can build a little synchronization with my body. So again, trying to be quick off the ground. So every time the balls of my feet come back down, my arms are coming up and through. They're not big arms. I'm not trying to jump super, super high. I'm trying to get a little bit of distance up off the ground. And every time I hit, rebounding quick. So I'm going to do 10 mid pogos. Then we're going to go 5 high. This one, we're going to get nice and big with the arms. Again, I'm not tucking my legs up when I jump. Staying pretty rigid, absorbing that impact. And as soon as I hit the ground, arms are coming up. Again. Stick the landing. Once you're done with 5, and 5 high pogos, and then we're just going to go primitive position. So a little bit closer to my hands, a little bit wider with my feet. Try to keep my hips nice and stable. And I'm going to go 15 each shoulder, just with some shoulder tap, primitive shoulder taps. So again, 15 each. We're going to do 4 rounds of A, and then we're going to get into B. We're going to do 4 rounds of B, and a little bit more jumping, working on absorbing our landing and being quick off the ground. So we're not going to stick our landings, just working on absorbing them. So you got a chair at home, you got a box, you got a step that you can step off outside. Anything would work, but starting up on top of it, again, we're going to work on depth drop. We've done it before, should know the concepts behind them. Again, it's going to be a step. As soon as I hit the ground, notice my arms are loaded. I'm trying to either get up as high as I can or get forward as high as I can and try to go quick. Everything we do in our sports, nobody watches the ball go that way and, oh, who can move that way the slowest, right? Who can get up into the air to jump to that football the slowest, or the basketball. Everybody wants to get up quick, whether it's verticals, whether it's getting a broad jump, moving forward, whether it's sprinting, whatever athletic movement we do, we're doing it quick, okay? So, we're gonna go depth drop, vertical jumps first. Again, it's a little step off, it's not jumping off. Arms are loaded. Jump up, use the arms, land, absorb that landing. Again, you can step off, arms up, or you can go arms loaded. Doesn't matter to me as long as soon as I hit the ground, my arms are loaded and I'm ready to go. So you're gonna do 5 depth drop, vertical jumps. Okay? Once you're done with the verticals, then we're gonna go depth drop, broad jumps. So I'm not trying to, just because I'm trying to go forward, doesn't mean I'm trying to step off and jump, or step off with distance forward. I'm still stepping off, hitting the ground right in front where I would. I'm loaded, and I'm trying to jump forward. So remember, anytime we jump, we want to get as much hip extension as we can. So arms are loaded. I'm going to jump forward, extend my hips, get a little forward lean, pull my legs up and through, heel to toe landing. Okay? Let's move this back a little bit so you can see a little bit more. But again, it's going to be step off, hit, jump, stick the landing. Hopefully you guys can see that. I don't know how far out of frame I am, but I'll go one facing you guys. So again, start tall, step, hit. Again, you should have seen good hip extension, pulling that leg up and through. So you're gonna do 5 depth jump or depth drop broad jumps. Okay? Then we're gonna go depth drop lateral jumps. So I'm actually gonna step forward off of the box, just like I would forward this way. But I'm gonna do it facing you guys so you can see. I'm gonna step forward off. And remember, when I do a lateral jump, I'm trying to get as far to the right or left as I can without turning my hips and crossing my feet. Arms are the only thing that come across my body, and I'm throwing them up and across, trying to get as much distance as I can. So, let's scoot this back a little bit. But, starting here, same thing, it's gonna be a step off. As soon as I hit the ground, my arms are loaded. Or you can come down across and I'm loaded here. That would be a little bit harder, it's gonna take a little bit more coordination. So if you want to, step off, here, jump, and land. Notice where I landed, I drifted a little bit forward. I don't want to go too far forward. I want to be in a pretty straight line from where I stepped up, because that means I'm using 100% of my force to try to get as far laterally as I can, rather than moving a little bit forward or backward, right? Again, the other way you can do it, drop. And notice when I land, I didn't move my feet, I didn't scoot them. They're right underneath my hips. So now, in sports, if I do that lateral jump, and I need to head in any direction, cut this way, cut that way, my feet are underneath my hips in an athletic position, and I'm ready to go. If I land like this, I'm gonna be kind of slow moving side to side, right? So I'm gonna do 5 depth drop, broad or lateral jumps to my right, and I'm gonna do 5 to my left. Okay? Again, we're gonna do 4 rounds, but in between all those jumps, we're just gonna go some hollow tucks. So, just like our hollow ups, it's gonna be in this position, and now I'm just gonna tuck my legs up, straighten them back out. My upper body doesn't move, arms are back behind my head. I'm just tucking my legs in, and straightening them out back to that hollow up position. So you're gonna do 10, You're gonna do 10 hollow tucks at the end of, or after each and every round. Again, we're gonna do 4 rounds. Then we're gonna get into a little ankle work, yeah? So, in sports, you need strong ankles. Whether you're landing, whether you're taking off, whether you're cutting, whether you're sprinting, every single athletic movement that we do starts with our feet and with our ankles. If we don't have strong feet, we don't have strong ankles, we're not going to be able to move as athletically as we need to on the field, on the court, on the track, whatever it is that we are doing. So, first one we're going to do, the first thing, I want you guys to go barefoot or just socks. Okay? Take your shoes off, make that foot really try to stick to the ground rather than having a shoe to support it. So, first one we're going to do, we're going to do a single leg RDL plus a reach. We're not reaching with our arms, we're reaching with our leg. So, whatever leg you want to start with, I'd start with the one that's a little bit worse for balance, just because as you get a little bit more tired, it's going to be easier with that other leg. So my one that sucks a little bit more for balance is my left leg. I'm going to slightly bend my knee. Remember, this back leg leads when I do a single leg RDL. So I'm going down, back leg leads. Hopefully it looks nice and straight. I'm reaching with my heel, working on a little bit of balance. When I come back to the top, I'm going to reach out forward in front of me. I'm going to reach back again, down into the RDL position. Notice my foot's wiggling a little bit. Yes, it is tough. It's a little bit harder on this grass or on carpet at home than it is on your tile, hardwood floor, or on rubber or concrete. You're going to make your ankle work a little bit harder to stabilize it. But again, back leg leads, down into that RDL position, I feel the back of my leg, coming up to the top, and I'm reaching forward. So if you need to use your arms are going to make that balance a little bit easier. 10 on one leg, 10 on the other. Once you're done with that, we're gonna go ankle squats. So, yes, you should be able to stand on the outside of your ankle. Your ankle should be strong enough to be able to support you like this. Okay? So I'm gonna stand on the outside of my ankles. I'm gonna get down into a squat. I'm gonna stand back up. Still on the side of my feet. Squat back down. Stand back up. We're gonna do 20. Sorry guys, I forget the number. How many I wanted? Yes. We're gonna do 20 squats, okay? Remember, side of my feet, go a little bit more narrow if you need to. Get down, get parallel, back to the top. So, yes, you might feel a little bit of stress in your ankles, but that's good for it. It's strengthening them. Once you're done with 20, we're gonna do 20 seconds each side, and we're gonna do a toes-only lunge hold. So, knees just off the ground, and get this heel up off the ground. Leaning forward a little bit. This leg that's working, that parallel. Do 20 seconds. Switch. Go to that other side. Heels up off the ground. 20 seconds. Okay? Working on a little bit of balance. Strengthening those ankles. Again, we're going to do 4 rounds. A, B, and C. That's all I have for you. Have a great day.